Hi, I'm John Letty. Today we're in the LDC Training Center in Puyallup, Washington. This is our second video we're making to reach out to our customers, and this one is going to be on performing safe OEM structural repairs. If you like this newsletter and you're an owner of a shop, please share this with your estimators, your managers, and your technicians. The more we get the word out, the better it is to make safe repairs for our customers. So today we're going to talk about following OEM anchoring procedures, how the car manufacturer wants the vehicle anchored for proper repairs when making structural corrections. So we're going to talk about the history of 4-point anchoring on unibody vehicles. For many years we've always used a pinch weld clamp, and this is pretty much standard on frame racks. And as the vehicles have changed, the use of the pinch weld is starting to drop off. So we have a lot of vehicles now that have no pinch welds, and we have special adapters for these vehicles such as BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Corvette, Audi, Porsche, Volkswagen. These are pretty common adapters, and this is because the OEMs are dictating how these vehicles need to be anchored. So as we talk about why is vehicle anchoring changing, let's look at some of the reasons why. This is an advanced high-strength steel frame rail, and if you notice here where it's been painted red, those are actual cross-member mounting points, which are strong points in the vehicle. So the OEMs like to use these for additional anchoring so that we don't damage the center section of the vehicle. So aluminum, this has off an Audi, and then this is off a Porsche. And these are more exotic vehicles, but as you can see, they're much lighter. Carbon fibers coming on, steel's coming on, but steel is still right now the predominant player in materials in today's vehicles, which allows for more repairability of some straightening, where carbon fiber and aluminum is mostly replacement only. So what you're seeing here is a demonstration that I set up for a typical 4-point center section. Although we're not using pinch weld clamps here, this is a procedure that Audi, Volkswagen, and Porsche uses for the center section of their vehicle with additional anchoring points. The purpose of this elastic band is to give you an idea of where the tensioning forces would be applied, and it would just be in the center section. So what I've done here is I'm going to put another elastic band here to this fixture, which is now going to disperse the energy if this vehicle were hit in the side, to be able to anchor the right rear cross member and disperse energy this way. So now we're holding with 5 points. Then we're going to go ahead and put another fixture at the front and anchor the vehicle with 6 anchoring points, and then we would also add an additional fixture to each side of the vehicle depending on where we wanted to hold and anchor the vehicle, as to not destroy the center section of the vehicle. So on today's modern vehicles, this represents the basement or the foundation of it, but if we were replacing a B-pillar or even making a pull on a B-pillar, that B-pillar could be stronger than the floor pan of the car. So if a person was making a pull on it and they were just using 4 points, they would actually could have some distortion to the center section of the vehicle. That is why we disperse the energy by anchoring using fixtures to the other ends of the vehicle. So we're going to pull this 2020 Volkswagen Tiguan up on the Carliner Vision X3 and take a look at the setup procedure. So first, obviously, we'd create a new work order, and then we'd go to the manufacturer, which is Volkswagen, and we would go to the Tiguan, and it is a 2020 Tiguan. And if you notice here, it says, "Attention, this clamping setup is only used when measuring. Additional anchoring with EVO must be used when pulling. Please contact your Carliner distributor." This is an OEM procedure that must be followed to keep this vehicle from being damaged when it's being pulled on. So the next step we would go to is we would take a look at the procedure for anchoring it, and the rear anchoring is what we have set up, and it tells us step by step, step 1, step 2, step 3, where to put these body cavity mounts. This would be for the rear, and then we would look at the front one, and it'll show us step 1, step 2, step 3 of those, and then also the actual clamp in itself, spelling out each part as we build that clamp for that vehicle. So as I talked about earlier, with adding additional anchoring points, in almost every unibody that's built in today's world has additional anchoring points in the vehicle, in the front section, in the rear section. You have to build a fixture. And when you build this fixture, you're going to need to get compensated for the build time. The time it takes to build it, the time it takes to take it down, put it back on the shelf. Also, many cases the suspension will need to be removed, or if it has an aluminum crossmember, you can't bolt through that, you could cause damage to that. So taking and doing a proper blueprinting procedure on this vehicle, pre-measuring it, is very important. Also taking photos of the damage to the structure and that you've placed fixtures on it is key. Our next video we're going to have is going to be on advanced measuring and taking the information we're receiving from the measuring system into the thesis of the repair. I'm John Leddy with LDC Equipment. We are a Carliner distributor for Oregon and Washington, and we'd like to say thank you for your business. Our goal is to help our customers understand the proper usage of their equipment and perform safe repairs for their customers so that they'll return to your business for the next time the vehicle needs to be repaired.